Hey YouTube, it's Mama Doe Dawn. I am a single mom attempting to pay off $55,600 of debt. I run my own independent business, and today we're going to talk about one extremely stupid financial mistake that I continue to make. So we'll just cut right to the chase here and tell you what the mistake is, and then I'm going to delve into why it's so stupid and try to evaluate why I continue to make it. There have been many times throughout my life where I have lended friends or acquaintances money. Once again, I have made that mistake. I had a friend who ran into some car issues and they didn't like blatantly ask to borrow money, but just kind of, were having a really rough time with it, and I felt obliged because I was kind of like the sounding board for their complaints about it to offer money. And so I did. I let them borrow some money. And it was three separate times, three separate car issues that came up within about a 2-week period. The first one, they paid back in installments. They had promised they would pay it the next day. And it took them about a week and a half to pay it back in installments. And then the second one, I said, you can just work for it. Come package some of my inventory for me, help me out with my Amazon business, and pay me back in that way for that payment. And then the third payment they took and said they would pay back the very next day. It's been about a week now and it has not been repaid. When I approached them about this and the fact that I felt really uncomfortable that they hadn't given me any updates or anything, it'd be really different if they came to me and they're like, hey, some things came up. I'm not gonna be able to pay you back today like I agreed, but if you can give me a few days, I'll get the money to you. That never happened. It was just kind of blown under the rug. They never mentioned it again. And they continued to tell me about other things that they were purchasing. So I know that they had money for other fun things, but they have a kid and it was things for their kids. So I felt really guilty. Why should you be paying me back when you're getting things for your kid? But it was fun things for their kid, like sparklers at 4th of July. So when I did bring it up to them, they got upset at me about it. And I didn't, the first time I brought it up, I didn't bring it up at a very good time. We were already kind of having a bickerment, and then I brought up the money in a really aggressive way, and that wasn't the right way to do it. But then later on, after that had kind of blown over, I tried to bring it up again, and they were just like, yep, I'm an a-hole. And that was that. They have once again agreed to pay it off when they can, and then they blocked my number. So I don't have a lot of hopes there for how that's gonna pan out. I feel really dumb because this is absolutely not the first time in my life that I've done this. That is not the first time in my debt-free journey that I have done this. And yet it's a mistake that I continue to make. I've already talked about in my divorce videos, in my single mom dating videos, I do not see red flags. I am very trustworthy of people. I'm very naive. And that's something that I'm trying really hard to work on, is to be more skeptical of people. But I feel like if I have the ability to help someone, then I should. And I am just overly giving in a way that's self-detrimental. So total, this friend took about $350. They paid $100 back, which means I am currently out $250. Clearly, I don't think they're going to do the work to help pay back for that. And because they've blocked all contact with me, I really don't have a lot of high hopes that they will get the money back to me. If they do, that will be shocking and amazing, and I will be very grateful. But I don't plan on it. Not that I don't plan on it because I think that they're a bad person. It's I don't plan on it because I've been in this position before and it's never panned out. It's never ended with the person giving me the money that they owe me. Over my entire life, since I was 18 and making income up until now when I'm 28, so that's 10 years, I have probably lost over $20,000 to people that I have lended money to. This is an extremely detrimental financial habit that I have to turn into a hard knocks lesson. I have to learn how to set financial boundaries with friends and loved ones. It is extremely hard when you're a person like me who you understand when someone's in a financially rough spot, because I've been there. I get it. If your car breaks down and you need to get to work and you need those parts, I understand. And if I have that little bit of extra money sitting around, I feel obliged to help you out. I have had many friends in my life who have run into these hiccups, and I just happen to be there at that point in time and feel like I should help because I get it, and I don't want to see them suffer the same way I did. I don't want to see them have to struggle because I've been in that struggle and nobody helped me. So I feel like I should pick up the tab. Here's the problem with me picking up the tab at this point in my financial journey. I cannot afford the bare minimum for myself right now. Charlotte and I are living at my parents' house because I can't afford rent. We are only paying half the groceries because I cannot afford to buy extra groceries. At a point in time where my bare necessities are not even being met, and yet I still feel obligated to help others when problems arise. Can't do that until I fully help myself. If this is a habit that I want to continue when I'm financially stable and I have extra money laying around, and $350 to a friend when they're in need isn't going to be that big of a deal, and it won't even matter if they pay me back, that will be the time when I can continue to help people. But right now is absolutely not the time I can continue to do this. Financial boundaries are a really hard thing for me. Boundaries in general are hard for me. I am just a people pleaser. I don't like saying no. I like feeling like I can give my friends and family support when they need it. But this time, it's screwed me. And I feel like there's other people in the debt-free community who will get exactly what I'm saying here, who have been in this position, who have had people who they care about ask them for money and they've given it even though they really can't afford to. To be honest, I don't really know how to fix this bad habit. It's something that I have to work on introspectively. It's something that when that issue arises again in the future, I'm going to have to find a way to help without offering my wallet. Until the exact circumstance arises, I don't know how I'm going to be able to help without offering money. But I know that I can't continue to offer money. And the worst part is, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at the person. I am not like, oh my gosh, this money is going to make or break me. That's not how I feel right now. I just feel sad. Like, I feel sad that I continue to be put in this position, and like, I lost a friend because of it, because of lending money, and I know that. I've been through this before, and yet I continue to not learn this lesson. Money is just such a touchy thing, and it's such a hard thing to involve in your relationships. In the middle of your debt-free journey, in the middle of my debt-free journey, I cannot involve money in anyone else's life but my own. I guess I'm just getting on today basically as a little rant to explain this big hiccup that I continue to make. And you guys know when I do my budget review video at the end of the month where $250 disappeared to. I'm bummed, but it is what it is. It's a lesson learned, and it's something that I'm really going to work on in the future, and I felt like it's something that other people may relate to, may get, and now you know, hey, I've made that mistake as well. I've made so many mistakes on this debt-free journey. I feel like so many other YouTubers just get on and they're just like amazing. Like, they're just rocking it. And I'm like, I continue to make really dumb mistakes over and over again, but I feel like that's going to make me relatable to a lot of people, and this is something that I have not seen anyone else in the debt-free community talk about. Dave Ramsey occasionally gets calls in with people being like, my mother-in-law asked to borrow money a lot or whatever, but it's never really just been someone who's like put in that position where one of their friends is going through a rough time. They have that little bit of extra cash and they feel like they should help out because they have that cash. And that's the position that I've been in multiple times, and it's just something that I can't do right now. In the future, I'd love to be able to do that again, but right now I can't. And that's basically what this video is about. Just a little rant, just a little overview, and if you can relate, I'm sorry. It's a sucky thing to relate to, but it is just something to keep in mind for me moving forward, and part of this video is really going to keep me accountable and remind me that, hey, if you're in this position again, don't make the same mistake. Alright guys, so that's about it. I don't really know what else to say on this topic, but thank you for watching, and I'll keep you updated. Maybe the next time that I'm kind of put in this position, I can get on and talk through it with you guys instead of delving in and using my wallet as a way to cure the issue. I can find another way to help out that isn't going to put a financial strain on me, and you guys can kind of see how I deal with that exact issue in real life time. So I'm sure it's going to happen again, and I'll be back on to talk about it when it does. As always, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.